Hey fellow Nevillers, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sarah, otherwise known as Neville O'Clock. I read Neville every day, sometimes on the hour, every hour, hence the channel's name, Neville O'Clock. It's always time for Neville in my world. So today I've got my nose up in Neville's lecture, The Game of Life from 1969. We'll split this one up into multiple videos, but as I was reading this morning, there's a paragraph in here about where you want to go somewhere out in your 3D. And you know Neville's going to give us some fabulous instructions, so that's what I'm going to share with you today. Big fat kiss. Please subscribe if you haven't and give the video a like at the end. I appreciate that, and YouTube will make my videos go higher, higher and higher, awakening humanity one video at a time. Let's dive in, fellow Nevillers. Up in this In this lecture, fellow Nevillers, Neville says about going somewhere that we must go in our imagination first. So let's see what he says. He says, in your desire to go anywhere, you must first go there in your imagination, because as we know, if you've had any exposure to Neville's teachings before, we're all imagination. Consciousness is the only reality. So that kind of tells the story right there. We've got to go there in our imagination first, i.e. if we want to go to the beach, do it up here, or of course here, or of course you can book it online, but Neville's is sharing here how we do it with our imagination. Once we've done it up there, God, our awareness will build a bridge of incidents and we will actually physically travel there. Let me share a little more of Neville's wisdom. So, in your desire to go anywhere, you must first go there in imagination. And even those who may deny your request will aid you when the time is right, because as you know, everyone in your world is rooted in you, i.e. they're in your consciousness. He says, I got out of the army that way. That's another story I can share with you, my lovelies. He says, knowing I wanted to be honourably discharged, and in my apartment in New York City, I slept as though it had already happened and I was already there. Then my captain, who had previously disallowed my discharge, had a change of heart and aided in my release. I'll make a separate video for this. It's a fabulous story. Anyone can do it. It's true what Neville's saying. Anyone can do it. This game is easy to play, i.e. the game of life, and can be lots of fun in the doing. That's what we all want to do, right, my lovelies? Enjoy our fabulous life and make it fun as we go along. He says, think of an object you would like to hold. Think of a place you would desire to be. Then find an object in that room and feel it until it takes on sensory vividness. Don't make it a lamp, but that lamp, not a table, but that table. Sit in that chair until you feel the chair around you, i.e. if you're going to another room in your house, you've got a lamp, a table and a chair, right? So Neville's telling you, you can travel, telling us rather, that we can travel in our imagination to another room in our home or another room in a big fat luxurious hotel, wherever you want to be. He says, give it sensory vividness. Let me put my Kindle down. What he means by sensory vividness is to touch it. Feel the table, feel the chair around you, feel the object you want, whatever that might be. Let's think of a for instance, or an example. I want a GoPro. You know, one of those cameras you sit on your head or clamp to your head, something like that. You can give it sensory vividness. You can see it with your imaginary eyes. You can feel it and touch it. You can feel the rigidity of it, the hardness of it, the plasticness of it. Sensory vivid using touch. Some things you can smell, like a rose or something like that. You could feel its silky petals, and you can always smell that beautiful fragrance. So that's what Neville means by sensory vividness. Now back to the lecture, fellows. He says, view that room from that chair, and you are there. For you are all imagination and must be wherever you are in your imagination. Totally true, Neville, of course. Now, cast your bread upon the water by feeling the relief of being there, and let your genie, who is your slave, build a bridge of incidents over which you will cross to sit in that chair, hold that lamp and touch that table. So it's a short one today, a short share, fellow Nevillers, but there's many smacks and Nevillations up in this chapter. We'll make this video one and then I'll go full into it, because there's not a Neville lecture book, chapter or piece of text that my eyeballs and brain cells do not want to dive in and share what Neville's teaching us. The whole of humanity needs to know these teachings. Now let me calm down. I'll see you tomorrow, my lovelies. Please give the video a like and the thumbs up and a big fat wave, big fat kiss. Everything's big fat in my world. Just kidding, fellow Nevillers. Thanks for your time and attention. See you next time. Bye.